Mind your thoughts. They either make you or break you. Mind your thoughts. According to scriptures, for example, we have guaranteed victory, healing, protection, dominion over sin, fruitfulness, each marriage, etc. Scriptures. But we have to align our thoughts and believe in the reality of these provisions before we can experience them. All of this is what makes the mind the battlefield of life. Please note, every battle of life is first won on the inside. 2 Corinthians 10, 3-6. Though we walk in the flesh, we do not war after the flesh. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but they are mighty through God to the pulling down of strongholds of hell. And these include imaginations and every human knowledge that poses to be above the truth. Every high thing that exalted itself against the knowledge of God, and bring into captivity every contrary thought to the obedience of Christ. And having in readiness to revenge all disobedience when your obedience to this process is fulfilled. Casting down anti-scriptural imaginations. Casting down every high thing that exalts itself against the knowledge of God. And bringing into captivity every thought, contrary thought to the truth, to the obedience of Christ. By which time you are empowered to silence all oppositions. That's what makes our mind the battlefield of life. No one can win the battle outside until has first won it on the inside. Evil thoughts that we don't bring into captivity will make captives of us. For from within, out of the heart of man, proceed evil thoughts. Mark 7, 21-23. And these evil thoughts come to damage the destiny of believers. And because nature abhors vacuum, you are either filled with godly thoughts or you'll be filled with evil thoughts. Come again. Mark 7, 21-23. For from within, out of the heart of man, proceed evil thoughts that will lead to the following evil acts, which include adulteries, fornication, murders, thefts, covetousness, wickedness, deceit, lasciviousness, an evil eye, blasphemy, pride, foolishness. All these evil things come from within and they corrupt the destiny of man. No one can win the battle without first winning the battle within. For as a man thinks in his heart, so is he. Every man is ultimately what he thinks. Therefore, keep your heart with all diligence, for out of it are the issues of life. The first battle against man was the battle of the mind. Adam saw, or Eve saw, that the fruit was good. It appealed to his mind, to our mind. And a fruit to be desired, he desired it. To make men wise. So he took it. It was absolutely a battle of the mind. Absolutely. It corrupted the destiny of Adam and Eve. They became naked, having lost the battle of the mind. Chased out of the land of abundance to wilderness of want. And the eyes of them both were open, and they knew that they were naked. They lost the battle of the mind, which stripped them naked and turned them to wanderers. Now, let's start from verse 1. Let's see what it's saying. Now, the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field. And said to the woman, yea, hath God said, ye shall not eat of every tree of the garden? Are you done? The woman said, no, we may eat of the fruit of the trees of the garden, but of the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, God has said, ye shall not eat of it, neither shall ye touch it, lest ye die. And the serpent said unto the woman, ye shall not die, I'm here. For God knows that the day of that your eyes shall be open, and you shall be as gods above every. You don't want to be like God? Knowing good and evil. And when the woman saw that the tree was good for food, and that it was pleasant to the eyes, and a tree to be desired to make one wise, she took of the fruit thereof and did eat, and gave also unto her husband with her, and he did eat. And they were stripped naked. The rest is history. Check those verses, they are essentially a battle raging against the mind. When they came against Jesus, you saw what the battle was. Twisting scriptures to trap him. We can do nothing against the truth but for the truth. The devil is ever out to corrupt the truth so as to hold his victims captive. Therefore, keep your heart with all diligence, for out of it are the issues of life. Proverbs 4:23. The battle we don't win on the inside, we cannot win on the outside. You say to this mountain, be thou removed from the cast of the sea, and shall not doubt in your heart. Then shall have whatsoever you say. The biblical proof of a battle won within is rest. They that believed have entered into rest. Hebrews 4:3. The biblical proof of a battle won within is rest. And you know, Whatever is born of God overcomes the world, it overcomes by faith. You win the battle in the mind, you enter into rest. God has reserved rest for us, but it's only achieved by faith. Hebrews 4, 9 to 10. There is no strategy other than the word to win the battle of the mind. He said, my son, attend to my words, give ear to my sayings, let them not depart from your eyes, keep them in the midst of your heart. For they shall be life to them that find it, and health to all their flesh. Therefore, keep your heart on the word with all diligence, for out of it are the issues of life. For example, I've said severally, no one ever arrives at a future that he cannot see from scriptures. From scriptures. Genesis 13, 14, and 15. The Lord said to Abraham, lift up now thy eyes northward, southward, eastward, and westward, for all the land which thou seest, unto you will I give it. With the eyes of your understanding, unto you will I give it. So whatever we see from scriptures, we have committed God to make it happen. That the eyes of understanding may be enlightened. So we see with the eyes of understanding what God has in stock for us from his word. No shortcut. To win the war of the mind, God's word must dwell in your heart richly.